best friend. And you're mine too, Todd. And we'll always be friends forever. Won't we? Yeah, forever.
When you're the best of friends, having so much fun together.
Seriously, why do I bring the most traumatic works here? The Fox and the Hound, maybe known as Todd and Cooper, was a 1991 animated film from our dear Walt Disney Productions, and based on the novel of the same name by Daniel P. Menex. This movie it's old. It's pretty old. However, I not only remember watching it, I remember every single part of it. I was like 10 or even younger, but I do remember to watch this movie and feel traumatized by it. Yet at the same time I was watching Barbie. I don't know if it makes sense. I think this was my first cinematographic heartbreak in some way. Even today, being an adult by age, I remember this movie and I can compare it to other films that made my heart ache like this, because that's how deep it goes to me, and slowly I go understanding that it's the plot, the genre, and the way it is portrayed what makes me so overwhelmed. Overwhelmed, it's not the word, but it makes my feelings underwhelmed. It just makes me a crying mess. It's all the whole package what makes me a crying mess. But without delaying more, let's watch the movie. I watched it after, this is the first time that I watched it after a long time. Like, since that I am a kid, I haven't watched this movie again. This is The Fox and the Hound. Wait a second, I don't know how hound it is pronounced.
Hound.
Yeah, let's watch The Fox and the Hound. Oh god, we're going straight to the bone with the plot. There's no hesitation, everyone. Okay, first sad moment of the movie. Here everything begins. Our main protagonist is Todd, a fox who is left by his mom, but not on purpose. It was because they were being chased. Of course to kill them both, but unfortunately for his mother, Todd is the only one who makes it, while she dies. But don't worry, they won't touch this part of his mother in the whole movie, so you won't have to feel sorry about him. He doesn't even remember that he had a mom. Todd is lost until an owl called Big Mama finds him, and no, she doesn't adopt him. She's wise enough to know that she can't, but instead she finds a mother for him. And that is Widow Teeth. A single woman who I suppose is a farmer due to the number of animals living with her, and she falls into the animal terms and she decides to adopt him. Yeah, good for him. Widow Teeth was very, very lonely to adopt a fox as a pet. Obviously, this is a cartoon. If a fox appears in my garden, I will do everything. Let's carry him. Let's adopt him. How will I adopt him? Like, what is wrong with you? And I'm not exaggerating. I live in the countryside since I'm 9 and I don't get used to it. The other day, there were packing herds in front of my house. On the other side, beside the woman's house, lives a man called Amos Slide, a simple hunter, and no, not like those hunters, owner of 2 dogs. First, we have the chief, who is what I call an unbred dog, and the second dog is our second protagonist, and you'll know why I say second protagonist later on, a hound called Cooper. And this is when I realized I was cheated on my whole life. You know, in the Spanish version, Cooper wasn't Cooper. Cooper never was Cooper. You're telling me that he was never called Toby? He was always called Cooper, and so I've been thinking that his name was in a different way? I mean, I don't really understand why some people decide to change the character's name. I really think that there must be a reason for that, but I don't know what it is. As a matter of fact, I didn't know English as a kid. And all these movies, I watched them on Spanish, which is pretty normal. It's the kind of usual thing to do. Though it is not something that I care, it feels nostalgic to watch a movie in the language where you watch it as a kid when we're talking about animated movies or childhood movies. But one of the possible misfortunes that can happen is when they change important things as the name are. How are you telling me Toby was never Toby and that his name was Cooper? You know, I never realized about it until now. I'm feeling like a fool. This is betrayal, you know that. The worst is that Cooper sounds so much nicer. It sounds perfect, but I will be calling him Cooper. Anyways, Cooper is brought to do what his breed is about, hunt, and especially foxes. But what happens when a dog meets a fox? The obvious thing is that the fox will be killed, right? Just like how happened with his mom, even when he does not know that. But no, this didn't happen this time as Cooper is little and his training hasn't started yet. Animal instincts? What is that? We're watching a cartoon movie, a movie for kids, so you and your logic can get out of this video. And instead of kill him, hurt him, or drag him to his owner, Cooper begins to play with him. I hope you can feel a smile on my face while I'm talking. The most cutest thing in earth. Cooper met Todd, not realizing that a fucking bloodhound's job is to hunt a fox. And look at this! They start to play hide and seek together.
1, 2, 3.
Stop. I'm already tearing.
My. Look at that. A fox and a hound playing together.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Did you have to say that, Big Mama? Stop it. The lyrics describe it all. If only the world wouldn't get in your way. If only people would just let you play. They can't understand the magic of your wonderland. The essence of the lyrics is the same, not less the language. However, I feel like the Spanish version is somehow more explicit than the English one. I mean, the meaning of the song, the message of the song is the same, but in Spanish it's like more explicit. It's there what it means. It's for stupids like me who can interpret it as song, and that's why it somehow touched me a little bit more. How was the song? You are my friend. No, that's not it. How do I not remember the song now? I remember the melody, but I don't remember the lyrics. Yeah, you got a friend in me. That's not either. I'm mad. I don't remember the melody. Well, they played together for a while, and that was enough for them to be like best friends. And eventually, they start to face what will be their impossible friendship. Will that friendship last? Who can say there's a way? Oh, I hope. I hope it never ends. Because you're the best of friends. As I said, we have a montage of them spending time together, and basically, like, you know, it's just like a hidden friendship who only Big Mama knows about. They spend one day together, and they're the best of friends. That's innocence, bro. I hope things will be like that in real life. Well, I don't hope so because I like to be alone. But I remember that when I was in second grade, when I was like 6, I remember a girl told me, "Do you wanna be my friend? Let's gonna be friends." Yeah, and even at that point, I found it weird, like to just go and ask, "Can we be friends?" It was just like weird, like you can be friends like that. However, the constant outgoings of Cooper bring him consequences, and his owner, Mr. Almost Slade, ties him to a rope. From the two, Todd is the one who is the troublemaker because he's the one who breaks the rule, who doesn't care about consequence, and who is just very stubborn with the things he wants, while Cooper is more like, I have to do this, it's my obligation, it's what I have to do, and I can't do that at all. So even when Cooper tells him that Todd shouldn't get close because they could get into trouble, Todd doesn't listen to him and he gets closer anyways. And yeah, he fucked it up because the chief finds him and they create a whole mess with Chef trying to catch Todd, almost sliding without getting in the middle too, for the whole forest. And you just have to follow the rules, Todd. That's everything you have to do. I mean, of course, Todd is a fox. What is the chief supposed to do? Hunt him. It was an obvious thing to happen, and this was when Cooper started to understand that. Yeah, go, widow teeth! After that long sequence, Todd gets to escape and backs to be safe in his home. Fortunately, you were lucky, kid. But Amos Slide is still angry, and he promised that next time he gets Todd in his property, he will shoot him, no doubts. Okay, I didn't watch the movie in the English version, but in the Spanish version, I always loved the way Chef used to tell. He had this peasant accent, and I just love it.
Getting a back hat pint. You gotta earn your right to sit up front.
You gotta run! Asmus flies goes hunting, and he takes both dogs with him. And just like that, separating Todd and Cooper. I didn't remember this happening so fast. I mean, we're just in the minute 30 and this is already happening. I remember this scene to happen so much at the end of the movie. In my memory, they did a lot of more things before what I call the change in Cooper. Tara feels sad because of this, and Big Mama notices it. She feels like she has to give him a piece of reality, saying that Tara shouldn't be there if he doesn't want to die.
Copper? He's my best friend. Oh, your best friend. Now Copper will do what he's been told. Oh, no, not my friend Copper. He will never change.
Ha ha. Innocent, slow, delusional fox. You don't know what you're talking about. Cold winter went on, and in the middle of the trip, doesn't happen much, just Cooper being a dumb dog. He reminds me of mine. But we got to see the montage of him growing up, which is just sad for me. Why does he grow so fastly? Just stay like a kid. It will be so much nicer for me. They don't even make it smoother like in Lion King. He's just suddenly all grown up. I can't, I'm sorry. I think most of you should notice that I have issues with the grow up term, right? I have the Peter Pan syndrome since little. I like Jeff so much. He's even jealous of not being the favorite one anymore. That's cute for me. Spring went on. No, stop, I can't! Oh my god, why do they grow up so fast? And he's so handsome, by the way. Really, like, nothing against Cooper. Actually, yes, there is a lot of things against him. But Todd is the handsome friend. Wait, am I just saying an animated fox is handsome? What's wrong with me? What am I saying that an animated fox is handsome? Oh, wait, hold on. Yeah, I am saying an animated fox is handsome. With the spring on the air, Cooper and Asmus Slade, as well as the chief, comes back. So what happened? I mean, how much time happened around one season? That will be like 3 months, right? Just 3 months. So this whole story happened in less than 1 year. That's crazy for me to think about. Todd is very happy to see Cooper again, and we know that he doesn't have to be that excited. And after showing his appreciation for how much he grown,
Boy, has he grown big.
Big Mama decides to play the biggest joke.
And look at that big pile of skins he helped track down.
For real, she's the queen. She basically says, look at all those foxes they killed with his help. You should really get away, bro.
I thought that was you, Todd.
Oh, they're good. Todd and Cooper see each other again. Cooper immediately says that he knew it was him, and he points out how much he grew up.
Boy, you've really grown.
It's just fun for me every time they say that. However, something changed in Cooper's case, and it's the fact that he matured. Yeah, that's an horrible term. He realized, and he says to Todd that it was good to see him, but he should leave because it could bring problems to both of them. Contrary to him, Todd doesn't seem to understand this. He's still a child, and he asks if they are still friends because that was what he always thought. Cooper knows that things have already changed. Why do I have to mention things like this? It hurts me because it reminds me to something else. He's a grown hunting dog now, and his job is precisely to hunt foxes like him. Of course he wouldn't do it. That was his childhood friend after all, even when they were only a few months apart. But he needed him to collaborate as well. Cooper has matured. Meanwhile, Tad doesn't seem to be doing it. But in the small talk, they get to wake up the chief, and this one hates Tad to death. I mean, it's in his nature, it's how he was been raised, and he doesn't have any kind of feeling for this one, contrary to Cooper. So he tries to catch him instantly, and we're again on a hunting scene. Asmo slides realizes about the fox in his ground, and Widow Teeth wakes up knowing that her dear pet is being chased. Well, that's what you have for having a fox as a pet. You should be as wise as Big Mama. After a long run, the chief lost Todd and Kubi. Did I just say Kubi? Cooper is the first one to find him, and with all the pain in his heart and sincerity, he utters,
I don't want to see you get killed.
God. Just God. Finally, Cooper decides that he will let him go this time, clearly making know that he should not step in there once again. But slow down there, hold on, because there is a plot twist, a sad one. Despite letting him go, the chief catches Todd on the train tracks that were between a couple of hills. It wasn't on the ground. And before he goes through him, a tree comes in the way that Todd avoided, but he didn't. As a result, the train threw Chief from that height. Cooper had really bonded deeply with Chief along the trip, and seeing him in that way made him look up angrily at Todd and said,
Get you for this!
Although, why do you say now before you say that you will let him go? Now you just change your mind so vastly, man. Honestly, as a kid, I remember to being angry with Cooper, like, how dare you to be like that to your best friend? How dare you? But watching it again, I feel like I can understand Cooper's emotions, and he wasn't like very rude. He was just honest. He was good enough. The ties. I understand, but I also think that Cooper said it specifically for him to don't come closer. Like, never again. I have to say that I was surprised by this scene because I do remember it very well. I do remember very well. Yet I didn't know it happened this soon. I thought it was almost at the end, but there is still half of the movie to go on.
I shouldn't have let Todd go.
Wait. Chill out. Stop. You're just going too much. He was your best friend. Don't be like that. That was your friend. Oh my god, I feel like I came back to my old self. I was just trying to defend him before, but I think that I just think the same now. No. Man, this is the saddest part ever. Widow T knows that Atmoslide is seriously talking, and he will kill Todd as soon as he sees her once again. Not only that, he might try to chase the fox only for the purpose of taking revenge of the chief, who almost died on falling from the ravine. So they take out of the woods in an old, I don't know how this is called. The words tractor and locomotive comes to my head, but I am very sure that this is not a tractor, neither a locomotive. Why am I talking about this? Does somebody knows what this is called? They set out in the woods, but where? Where are they going? Why does it feel sad? And there is where Widow Teeth recites a few words. Beautiful words that everyone needs to hear because I'm actually kind of tearing up. So you're gonna hear me!
We met, it seems. Such a short time ago. You looked at me. Yet from your sadness, our happiness grew, and I found out I didn't you. I recall those rainy days, the fires, and now I find we're both alone. Goodbye may seem forever. Farewell is like the end, but in my heart's the memory, and there
But wait, what are you talking about? What is happening? Why is she carrying him like that? What is happening, everyone? No, no, not the color, not the color, I said! I can't even explain this scene. Excuse me, I feel like I have to go and hug my cat. He knows he gotta stay. Well, Widow Teeth decided that it was better to leave Chad in the middle of the woods, so he has no option but to stay there and never get close to Cooper once again. That way, he will stay safe. At least for some time, and if he's not caught. Bro, literally, this is me scripting while watching the movie. So, a little Todd who we love is left alone in the forest on a rainy day. You know what it sounds like? The non-South America people won't understand. He looks for a place to sleep in, hardly finding one because all of them were already occupied, and after being geeked out for what looks like a skunk, a very slow capybara offers him to share his place. Meanwhile, Asmus Slade sees Widow Teeth coming back from the woods and he instantly knows that he led Chad there. So I don't really know if it was a good idea from her to leave him there. I don't know. They are just waiting for the moment to go and look for him, which I don't understand on Cooper's part. I just don't understand this dude. 5 minutes before the chief's accident, he said that he will let him go, that he didn't want him to die, but then it happened and now he's all rabid. Like, you can change your mind so fast. And if you tell me he didn't want anything with Todd since the beginning, but you were daydreaming just now. Come on, Cooper, come on. The chief is a mood because he saw the best in the accident and he now just enjoying and asking for attention. By the other side, I realized that I am this movie and I am Big Mama. She find this fox in the wood and she mistake her for a toad. Turns out it was a lady fox called Vixie. And then Big Mama put 2 plus 2, yeah!
How about your age? And handsome.
That's me.
Handsome? Oh, say. He sure sounds nice. I'm not doing anything. I hope you find him.
Vixen! Look at that, he's traumatized. I think you need a girl. Wink, wink.
Well, maybe there's something I could do, cheer him up.
Yes, you can. Todd is the president's dad and he thinks there's no such thing as beautiful anymore, of course, until he... Bro, you gotta dissimulate.
That. Oh, just another...
Boy never saw a girl.
Oh, just another fox. A lady fox.
Did I say that's me? Because that's me.
What is your first name? Pixie? Pixie. My name is Todd.
Somebody explain me, why is he talking like that? Why is he doing that? Oh my god, I'm cringing. It's like to see your son acting like that. Ah! Please, no. Why am I giggling while watching this? Do I get excited so easily?
The most beautiful I've never seen anyone.
What is he talking about? I bet she's the first one he sees. After all, he spent his whole animal life chasing a hound. Yeah, bromance first, always. That's not even a question.
Do you think you could catch one?
Bro, you gotta stop. You're giving me secondhand embarrassment, and trust me, I am enough to feel that way.
What? Fish, silly.
Pixie. Cutie. He doesn't know what a trout is. He's been fed by a baby bottle by her mama all this time. That's not a relationship you want.
I never saw.
Go ahead and laugh.
Yes, of course we'll do.
You're like everyone else around here.
Not him getting angry. That's the consequence of living with a mom more time than they needed. Everyone thought he's useless. Don't stand him. I feel uncomfortable by the fact that they are watching. Did I say he's useless? Because he's useless. Excuse me? Let's see it again, please. She was talking about having babies. 6 babies. I can't, you all. That was smooth like butter. Oh my god, I can't believe they were talking about this. I don't even remember it.
6? 6 what?
And he keeps asking, bro, you have no idea. You ain't ready for it. He's not ready for it.
Well, now, we ain't gonna do none of that, are we, Copper? We're just gonna get us a no good fox.
I thought he was asking for real and he wouldn't work in there, but he was being sarcastic. Oh, what happened here? Anyways, Todd and Bixie walked through the forest and he already forgot the dude that he liked when he was a kid. And they just walked like a lovey-dovey couple they are. However, when they reach a certain point, Bixie, being the doxy fox of them, sensed that something is wrong with the place. She says that they shouldn't go further as it is too quiet and she feels uneasy there. But Todd, being stubborn and stupid, not realizing that he has been living like a fucking cat all this time, goes there anyways. Bro, you have to trust your girlfriend. You don't have to trust yourself. You just have to trust her. At least he tried to be attentive though. But it happens. He hears Asmo's revolver and almost gets caught in the trap. It hurts a little seeing them fight. You see how Todd is fighting back now though? You know why it is? Because he got the girl! Now he gotta be savage and brave. Woo! They get trapped in a burrow, maybe the same burrow from their first mate, but we're not going there. But before dying there for the bonfire, they go through it escaping. They're the best, I love you guys. They get to escape and they finally go through a ravine when Cooper and Asmo's sleigh were far away, so they were safe and they will be able to escape. But Cooper, trying to sniff him out to find him, ends up finding a bear. So he and his owner got in trouble. Of course, here what could just happen will be them both dying. But no, it doesn't happen. You know why? Because our superhero Todd comes to the rescue. Yes! He sees Cooper and not being a traitor like someone, he doesn't dive and goes there. This is the reason why we start Todd in the house. He's been too good for his own good because let me remind you that Cooper was willing to kill him. Yet Todd doesn't forget that Todd with long ears was once his best friend, the best of friends. He let himself be led by his feelings and comes back to help. But unlikely for him, a beer is a beer, no matter how much important friendship and love power is, he can do anything and he dies. Just kidding. But he ends up falling from the ravine into the waterfall. And the bear? No, we don't know. He just disappeared. Cooper, being moved by Todd's action, approaches. Without fighting him this time, but before he can say anything, Asmo's slide appears once again and not doubting to shout him, "Let it be, old man, he saved your life." But now, Cooper knows. And pay attention because this is the scene that made my heart ache when I was a kid.
Come on, Copper. Get out of the way.
Finally, he leaves the fox in peace, and they give each other a last, minuscule smile to each other. This is me, day 2 scripting. The movie ends up with another remarkable line of the chief.
He's sure making a big fuss over a little hurt leg.
He doesn't really say something relevant, it's just the fact that he has a peasant accent and I love it. Without it casually making Asmus like suffer and Cooper, well,
Always be forever. Yeah.
and from afar our little and bold fox observes everything. Maybe just like Cooper, remembering the time when they were the best of friends, and knowing they will always be. Just this attacks me personally. A fox should run away from a hound, and a hound should hunt a dog. However, they become friends. Who will ever think about it? Such a funny pair.
My. Look at that. A fox and a hound playing together.
I want to talk about how my view changed since the first time that I saw the movie. It didn't change, that's the real truth. I always remembered this movie as a story of life. Story of life. There was a song like that, right? How people grow up and eventually have to move on from some things. However, it doesn't mean that it never exists or that it wasn't real just because it looks like a lost memory. Moving on from something doesn't mean that it didn't happen. Doesn't mean that you have to erase that part of your life. And that's where the beautiful and magical moments come to your memory, like a nostalgic thing that later on will remind with a smile. Also, I think the movie plays the role of Romeo and Juliet like impossible thing to happen, just like a high school musical did and a lot of Disney movie things. They wrote different worlds. Yeah, we got the best of both. Who will ever think about it? Such a funny pair. I feel that something I realized was that the movie put so much more emphasis on Todd rather than on Cooper. Since the first moment they showed us an already grew up Cooper, we didn't have this character development. Yes, he was Todd friends, but on the long trip, he really bonded with the chief and he didn't want to take the bad side, but after all, it was his nature. We can't point at him with the finger and say he befriends a fox and now he's killing foxes. That's hypocritical coming from humans who also kill animals to eat and to make clothes and stuff. That's why I think we just bond more with Todd because we see how he struggles with letting the old times go. He doesn't want to and he sticks to it, to their old friendship. Finishing with what I said at first, as a kid, I remember that both of them had the same protagonist in the movie, which led me to the second movie. The Fox and the Hound 2 came out in the year 2006, which means 25 years later than the first one. Yeah, beating Toy Story records. Probably this one was directed and written by other people too. As they were Disney movies, they used to put this on the TV all the time. You will ask, but they ended up parting ways. What there is in the second movie? Well, the second movie is not a sequel, it is a prequel. The events that occurred there take place before the end of the first. And little and innocent me started to watch this movie, not realizing that it was not the first one. So yeah, I watched the prequel before the first one. That's what happened. But this one was like a spin-off, so it didn't affect anything. The second one is so much more colorful and Todd is even more dependent on Cooper than the first one. But everything is so much lighter. There's not death and things like that. I feel like it's more for newborns kids at the time to not watch the first and just watch the second like an independent movie and just watch that. Don't go back. Just watch it and don't hurt your feelings with the other one. And think that you had a happy ending. I thought the other one is not a sad ending, it's like bittersweet. Sometimes Bittersweet is even more bothering than sad, I think. And it shows a lot more of Cooper than the first one. That's why when I found out the actual first one, the construct was too much and I almost died of sadness. Seeing first the prequel was like to know them a lot more. We saw a whole adventure there, but then you see the second and it's like, ouch, it hurts. Anyways, maybe we got to see the prequel someday. To summarize, thank you Disney for traumatizing me since kid. You did good. You did a really good job. But you can hide the first one from me. You should have done it. Everyone, this was The Fox and the Hound. If this video does well, I will keep doing this type of Disney movies, like animated for kids. In my plans is Winnie the Pooh. Which one from Winnie the Pooh? Where one of those. I'm not going to say which one. You try to guess it, and I don't know. You'll have a better life if you guess it, I guess. Give a like and comment. We love you, Todd, if you like this video. See ya next time.